how I got my heart broken. So okay, cool. I wasn't someone who was like really dating and stuff, and then okay, got to high school, dated, and I'm not gonna make it too long. Like long story short and stuff. So okay, this this hand was my best friend's ex. Best friend's ex in primary though. Yeah, in primary, my best friend in primary. So he got to high school. Okay, this hand. I was like, she looks nice, but my friend got to her first. Then I was like, okay, cool. Then high school. So that was like what? Damn, I think maybe grade 6 or 5. So grade 6 or 5. So probably like 3 years later, okay, I see her. I'm like, hey yo, I know you. Like, yeah, I remember you. Okay, sharp. Okay, then talk. Obviously, start dating. Sharp. Long story short, start dating. And then information got to a head of like, this guy is, good looking. He's gonna cheat on you. Why wouldn't he cheat on you? And mine, that time I still had my V card. I'm gonna be very careful of my words and not just use, because I don't know, restrictions, violations, and stuff like that. Okay, I still have my V card. Okay, cool. Um, so I didn't invite her over or like want to like or touch her like that, and I was like, okay, cool. So she thought like I was getting it somewhere else. You feel me? So she's like telling her friends, "Nah, my man doesn't want that from me," and they're like, "She doesn't. He doesn't want that from you." Hey, baby girl, he's getting it from someone else. These gents, that's how they operate. Which wasn't me, was never me. But I was like, okay, cool. And then it got to her head, feeding her that information, okay, sharp. And then she did dumb shit. So she had a best friend and her cousin. So her cousin, was kind of like K sharp. We're kind of like, she was eyeing me, but I'm like, nah, we can only be friends because obviously I'm not your cousin, bro. Loyal niggas, like, you know. So I was like, dude, I'm with your cousin. And then we agreed, we're cool, sometimes there's like heat in the moment, like, yo, okay. Like we almost like maybe she was brushing on me and I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. So okay, sharp. So her cousin and her, my ex, shared like a best friend. So there's a party I was supposed to go to, but I didn't go. And then she was busy with her best friend's boyfriend, the best friend that they share with her cousin. And then obviously they went out, they found them, and then obviously Monday now. Back to school, this happened Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Probably she's nervous. She's like, oh, they're gonna tell him. Okay, cool. Like everyone is nervous and acting weird. And they came up to me in the morning and then they're like, we need to talk. I was like, okay. You know, I I thought maybe Vele, it was something to do with the party. I was like, okay, cool. And then, mind you, we shared like 3 different classes with like the best friend and the cousin. So I'm like, normally if there's no teachers, like we chill, yeah, boy. So they're not chilling with me, like they're at the corner, they scared to approach me and stuff. I go to them at break time, like, hey dude, what's going on? They're like, yeah, I'll tell you after school. And then my ex at the time is also acting weird. She's not coming up to me. She's not talking to me. At break time, she's not. I'm like, okay, cool. And then that's when I was like, I kind of got that feeling. It's okay, something might have happened. So after school, they come up to me. They tell me the story I just told you guys. So your girlfriend, your ex, was busy with my man, at the time and stuff. And I was like, I went up straight to her, and then she was like, already mad. I was like, why are you mad? Like, she was attacking, like, yeah, you already know why. I'm like, why are you fighting? No, what did I'm like, but if you're not guilty, why are you fighting? So then there I knew she was guilty, and then she's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I said some, foul things, and yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, I never do that again. But I used what she told me against her. I was like, yeah, that's why, And then cool. That was my first ever longest relationship was 8 months. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. But it was 8 months. Okay, cool, sharp. And then I was heartbroken, boys, and girls. Like. So now I'm heartbroken. I'm like, okay, cool. After I think few months or months, she's dating another guy. I'm like, okay, cool. That's not me. I'm not gonna be petty or get into a relationship. Do you do weddings? What do you mean do I do weddings? So it's like I want to get married one day. Yeah, definitely. So now it's like she's getting into relationships. It's ending. She's vibing with whoever, kissing. You know how like when it's bash and all of these things. She's always with the person. I'm there. I'm chilling with my boys. I'm like, okay, cool. We watch soccer, and now because I'm single, now the cousin we're spending more time. And she was kind of there for me, and I was like, okay, cool. So it was aight, and then people started, wanting to date me and stuff. I was like, nah, I'm cool, bro. Like I see these hands, some of them are nice, but I'm like, I'm cool. I'm heartbroken and stuff like that. And then I was healing. Okay, I start healing. After 6 months, I was healed. Nah. And then I saw this hand at school. I was like, I saw this hand. I've never seen her before. When you walk around in school and you're like, I know people, but you from the school. And then yeah, and then I went to her. Then after a week, we started talking, spending break time together. Okay, and then after a week we started dating. Okay, sharp. Um, then appreciate the follow, Binky. So okay, sharp. Now it's like I'm over her. I'm dating someone else. She did foul things where she was still with her, like kinda with her ex, like kinda, when your ex is like trying to get you back, and she was entertaining that. I found out and I was like, oh no, her cousin found out, and then she came to me. It's like, hey yo, I saw something after school. I mean, yeah, after school, and I didn't like it. I was like, let me tell you. I'm like, okay, cool. What is it? She's like, yeah, da da da, so. I'm like, okay. She was the one. She was boss. She's like, let's confront her. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's confront her. Then she apologized, and then her cousin was like, hey, dude, if you messed up here, I've seen you with like other gents, but this gent, if you mess up, boy, it's shy. Then okay, we fixed things, and then now the rumor starts again. The rumor starts of nah, good looking gents, and all of that, and yeah, the players and whatever. And I'm not like that, bro. And okay, sharp. Those rumors start, and then she also falls like into that, like, yeah, actually, what they telling me is true, which is not. Okay, cool. And then we broke. Oh, then I found out she was seeing someone after school in another school. So now it's just like, okay. I call things off. Okay, sharp, And then, oh no, I'm mad. And then I give her a chance. And then after she's seen like with someone else from school, like they're on a date and stuff. And she's like, nah, I take him like a big brother and stuff. I'm like, dude, I'm not a fool. So then I confront her, and then she ended up, yeah, it was a date, but we didn't do nothing. He was just like, he wants to take me out and see. I'm like, why are you agreeing to all of that? I'm like, okay, cool. End things, and then I told her, like, you need to prove yourself, dude. Like, you need to prove yourself if you want to get back together. And then she was trying, and then her cousin was like, no. And then I was like, okay, cool. I gave her a chance. And then she thought, like, I don't know. That before, if like you tell a girl, like, you need to show me that you love me, they're thinking like sex. You get me? They're thinking about, yeah, we have to get intimate. So she thought I was saying, give me this, so I know that you you down for me. And I was talking about actions, being loyal and all of that. And then she told me, yeah, I'm ready. I was like, are you sure? Like, yeah. I was like, okay, all right, let's wait. We'll see when we're not writing and stuff. Okay, cool. Opportunity comes. I'm like, so you still, wanna? She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. So she comes. Then, long story short, we didn't do anything. We start kissing and stuff. And then she stopped me. She said she's not ready. I was like, okay, cool, come. We continued the movies, and then she left. Okay. The next day, she was like, yo, the things. Okay. Okay, I don't know if I should say this, but yeah. Okay, cool. I've only muffed once in my life. That was my ex. So she was like, the things you're doing, yo, nah, definitely, we need to. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then we did, and then, yeah. And then she became toxic. Like, yo, like, it was a matter of, like, her best friend, after giving her nigga, like, her V card, the guy dipped, the guy dipped. And it was just like, okay, cool. Now she's putting on, like, that on me. It's like, that's how gents are. So you also probably gonna leave. I'm like, dude, I'm not going on anywhere. I'm not those guys. I'm a lover boy. And people don't believe, but it's fine. I'm like, I'm a lover boy. And then I stay, and then, but she was like, for 3 months, like that, all the time we had an argument. Yeah, because of that. Yeah, yeah. And I was like, nah, dude, I'm not gonna, that's disrespectful now, and like, you don't see me. So I'm not gonna do that. If you now feel like this and it's not gonna change, then let's end this. And then she's like, let's end this. So I ended things, and then it ended, and then, whew, a year later, I found out she's pregnant. But wait, it's not my child. Okay, not like that, like, not like, but I'm just saying, it was not my child, nigga. You'd be happy too, like, come on, you know. I mean, you young at that time, So I was like, yo, I found out, and then I hit her up. I'm like, ish, dude, how you been? Yeah, yeah, nah. So I'm trying to find out if, cause I didn't have a phone at that time. So I'm trying to find out, like, is it mine or what? And then she's like, nah, it's not yours. But she blames me that she had sex, cause if she didn't have sex with me, she wouldn't have it again. And I was like, yo, okay, I'm sorry. But I learned, no, she's manipulating me, cause she's the one who cheated and stuff. And then she's the one who thought, by saying prove yourself, she meant like I was meaning sex, and it wasn't that. So I was like, okay, cool. Then I told her where to get off, and then she's like, yeah, nah, I'm sorry, it's just. And then I was like, nah. Then, yeah, it was chai. So that's only one time how I got, okay, 2 times, excuse me. But in relationships, how I got hurt, bro. Like, I don't know, hands, bro. You hands sometimes.